Hello, welcome to our presentation. This is LaGuardia, the airport of tomorrow. This project we're getting together to develop some solutions to make the airports of the future more sustainable, more climate friendly, more efficient, more economical, and to improve their security. The main method that which we did this is we devised six parameters, which you can see above: sustainability, time implementation, safety procedures, passenger reviews, infrastructure and design elements, and system types. These are the six things that we thought were most essential for ways that an airport could improve itself and could make the most strides for a better tomorrow. And then we devised 12 parameters for each separate, or 12 alternatives for each separate parameter, which you can see here. For example, for safety procedures, we have the TSA, which would be just leaving the security situation as it is. We also have transitioning to private security, in which the airlines would be responsible for making sure that the airports are safe. And this could potentially create an environment where, because the airports feel responsible, they're a little more responsive than government workers, I feel. So another potential solution we came up with was having robot security to remove the element of human error. Remote operated planes, which in case of a hijacking, air tower control could take control of the planes and therefore prevent any damage being done from inside the cockpit. Oh, apologies. Advanced cybersecurity to protect customer data. With the increase in cyber capabilities, this is a crucial component to consider. And then pre-screening using customers' data and machine learning to analyze that data and decide if a customer is a threat before they even get to the airport. This could not only improve security, because security would be able to reallocate their resources to things that they deem more appropriate, but it would also improve the efficiency of the lines, because there'd be less people standing in long security lines if they're deemed pre-screen appropriate. We get the sustainability column. We have utilizing the power of solar energy, water conservation, hydro fuel sources, so transitioning airplanes to run primarily on hydrogen fuel cells. This is up and coming technology in which it shows a lot of promise. In order to incorporate this, airports would have to design a way to store the fuel, which hydrogen, in order to exist in a liquid state, needs to be at a negative 450-ish degrees Fahrenheit. But because it is lighter than air, it could, and it's also completely carbon neutral, this could be a great development for sustainability of airports, considering airports are one of the leading causes of carbon emissions, and this is one of the leading components of carbon emissions and they're only projected to increase their carbon emissions going forward. You also have transitioning to LED light bulbs, which are more cost efficient, as well as electric and wind energy, potentially utilizing nuclear power. Another idea we threw out there, having passengers who have long layovers or long wait times at the airport, they can hop on essentially a human hamster wheel and generate power for the airport in order to conserve energy. In exchange for this, they would receive frequent flyer miles. The different time implementations we have here, on the scale of 1 to 50 years, obviously the sooner these systems can be implemented, the better. A way to receive feedback from passengers. We have several different ideas, including a system like a Yelp review, different surveys. We can incorporate it into the apps that people usually use to buy their tickets, such as like Expedia. And in exchange for this, they could get rewards like getting boosted up to first class and whatnot. Important infrastructure designs going forward. As flying is projected to increase in popularity, it's going to be essential for airports to be able to support more people coming in and out. So having a tram or train to connect to the local area and help facilitate people getting to and from the airport is going to be crucial. Access to restaurants, lodging, public transit, all crucial. Utilizing heated runways would be an effective way to increase the operation times of airports in the event of like blizzards or snowstorms, and this could increase the profit margins for a lot of different airlines in a lot of different areas. Optimizing the runway design for departure and landings, especially considering that airports are only going to have to increase in size and the amount of capacity that they're sustaining. And then onto system filtration or system type, implementing new air filtration systems to help with things such as like COVID-19, which we saw this year, that airports were not necessarily efficiently designed to handle. Implementing things such as like stainless steel roofs that reduce solar glare and bring down their cost effectiveness, or increase their cost effectiveness through like reducing their air conditioning costs. Optimizing the airport's baggage handling systems, especially if you are allowing customers to jump through security a lot faster. Airport baggage systems need to be able to support this. Rainwater harvesting, which could help with toilet flushing and all that, and airfield dust suppression. This could be very useful in terms of reducing the amount of water consumption of the airport. Refueling stations, sanitization systems. Moving on, we applied no-go criteria to screen certain options out. Apologies. To screen out different options that would be impractical or not very cost-effective or feasible. So, for example, compost energy, not very effective. Things like concealed carry for stewardesses, as effective as this might be. Oh, Apologies again. As effective as this might be, it is not in accordance with when you're traveling across state lines. So one state might allow it, but another state may not allow it. So it would pretty severely limit the different areas in which this could be applied. And all these, anyways, oh yeah, for the time scale, because the project is designed at the year 2050, anything that would take this project over that year has been declared a no-go. Another no-go, robot security, which might present certain ethical dilemmas, such as a potential developing of AI or removing the human ability to discern right from wrong. Anyway, let's move on to the based on the feasibility screening matrix, we identified 4 plans that could be most effective for the airport of tomorrow. First and foremost is Operation Icarus, which centers around the following alternatives, including multiple fuel sources at the gate, implemented within 20 years, instituting remote operated planes, offering rewards programs for passenger feedback, infrastructure to support fuel storage, which will be especially important in the event that new technology for such as like hydrogen fuel becomes possible, and RNP navigation systems, which will help optimize the runways. Secondly, Operation Poseidon, in which focusing on water conservation, implemented within 15 years, using thumbprint scanning to increase security, utilizing surveys for passenger reviews, implementing heated runways for the infrastructure, and using a rainwater harvesting system to increase our water conservation. Operation Doorman. This focuses on converting to electric energy, as well as thumbprint scanning for security improvements, using Yelp for airline reviewing, runway design and departure for optimization and efficiency, as well as optimizing the baggage handling systems, which will only become more and more important. Finally, we have Operation Polar Express, in which we focus on implementing solar energy to help reduce the carbon impact of the airport, as well as facial identification safety procedures, utilizing QR codes for passengers, and connecting a train to the surrounding city to help people get from A to B and help smooth that transition, as well as implementing a new air filtration system to help prevent the spread of deadly diseases. These are our 4 main candidate solutions, and these are the 4 that we use in our cost analysis. So moving on to the cost analysis section. So as you can see here, Operation Icarus ended up being the predicted highest cost, with these figures are all in millions, 56 billion and 56 million. So this would be quite the expensive to implement. This can mostly be attributed to the implementing the several fuel storage sources. Operation Poseidon, much more cost effective, as well as Operation Doorman. And then the most efficient or cost effective would be Operation Polar Express, which would total to $1,098,000,000. We'd like to thank you, or the solution design phase of the SDP, which we use very heavily in this project, is focused on redefining the problem statement, requirements, and functional analysis from the problem definition phase to create candidate solutions for the clients. This process includes generating ideas, alternative generation, and improvement. So utilizing the Zwicky morphological box and feasibility screening matrix, we're able to boil our ideas down for our stakeholder analysis to 4 candidate solutions mentioned above. Through our calculations, we found that Operation Polar Express to be the most financially viable solution, as well as one of the most diverse options. So now we'll be up to the stakeholders to determine which candidate solution they think is the best future for LaGuardia Airport of 2015. We'd like to thank you for your time and your consideration. Goodbye.